Hi, my name is Coco Jones,
And I'm Courtney.
and we're here to talk about the black struggle. And that can
And
be a
why we're
very,
and why we're proud of being black.
and it's going to go broad and into depth.
Okay, so one thing before we start. We're not bashing any race. We are being proud and uplifting ours. We are highlighting what we go through because this is where we come from. This is all we know.
And we're embracing and taking pride into our culture. That's all we're doing. We're not trying to know those shade, like she said,
Yeah.
on any other race, but this
We're
is our
not
people.
here to
This
hate
is
on
us.
other races. We're here to love ours. That's it.
Exactly. So we're going to start off with,
What?
I thought you said,
We're gonna start off with why we love our race.
okay. So we want to go into, first off, let's take it back. When they brought us here, and I mean the white slave masters, not throwing no shade, but this is realistically, that's just real. That's a fact. Brought us on the transatlantic, brought us all the way to North America to make profit with slavery, again, to sell them. Also, to make sure that we are still being affected by the internal damage, the colonization, the mental enslavement. Okay, it wasn't just slavery. It was people, these black women, these black men were internally dying. I mean, being told they're ugly, being tortured, being told they're nothing, that they're dirty. And we still see that today. So once we got off that boat, that's when all the internal and the external damage started. That's when it all started. So the mental enslavement, the colonization has been passed down like secondhand clothing. It's been passed down to generations. That's why my sister, growing up, didn't want to be black. She didn't want to be, and neither did I. We wanted to be a different skin color. We wanted to have silky hair. We wanted to be able to have colored eyes and get boys like that, or to get our significant other like that. That's the way we grew up.
And you know why? It's because being brought up as a young African American girl, it was teased. It was mocked. Having big lips was not cute. Having like darker skin, black gums, that was not cute. You were ugly. You were dirty. You were you had woolly hair. Like that's not cute. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, black brothers could have little sisters who are black, but they wouldn't want to date one. Why? That's not cute. That's not in. They want someone who could get their hair wet easily and go back to normal. They don't want anybody who will back talk them. They don't want anybody like their mother. You know what I'm saying? With an attitude, and that is so disrespectful. But you know what? To each his own. All you can do is sit back and be kind of disappointed. That's all you can do, because I feel like back in the day, all the work and all the stuff that our ancestors did, it's forgotten. You know what I'm saying? It's not, people can say they learned about Martin Luther King. People could say they learned about Harriet Tubman. But you know what? There's so many other people to learn about too. And, they think that praising them in February for Black History Month is great. But you know what? You need to be praising them year round, because at the end of the day, this is we wouldn't be doing what we're doing if it wasn't for them.
And it goes back to what she said about the Harriet Tubman and all that stuff. It goes back to our history books. What are we being taught? Like, I mean, we're taught tokens. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks got off the bus, all this other stuff. There are way more African American people who has been there throughout the sides of all history. The Black Panther Party. Nobody talks about that. You have to dig deep to get that story. And even though they ended up on crack, I mean, it's a system behind that. Institutionalized racism. That's institutionalized racism. That's what it is right then and there. Because once we got off those boats, once our ancestors got off those boats, they didn't want us to thrive. They came here only for us to make the money because they were lazy. They wanted us to keep breaking our backs, keep dying, keep making sure that they're getting money in their pocket. They wanted profit over people. So to see today that we had the fortitude and the will to move past the internal damage and all that stuff, they get mad. People are mad.